Good morning. Today we will talk about professional communication. Professional communication refers to how you share information in the organization where you work. It refers to how you relate to different people. Organizations work through people, and people share information in the organization. Organization is flow of information. If the flow of information is effective, the organization is effective. So what should we do? We have to focus on creating excellent professional communication. We will discuss the three fundamental aspects: what, why, how. What is professional communication? How can we do it? What should be the steps in it and why it should be done? So when we understand the meaning of communication, the meaning of communication is to bring common understanding. If I am talking to you, I should have same understanding that you have in your mind. This also comes from the word common. So communication word is related to common. Common means common meaning. If I carry some meaning which I want to transfer to you, I will transfer it through words, and after the transfer I also have the same meaning in my mind, you also carry the same meaning in your mind. This is communication. Professional communication refers to the communication that we have in organizations or at workplaces where we are working. We use communication to achieve better results in our workplace. So the question comes, what are the essential elements in professional communications? Here we have 6 essential elements. These 6 essential elements I have listed down as 6 C's. The first C is clear. It should be clear, clarity of communication. Second is concise. Third is complete. Fourth is contextual. Fifth is coherent, and sixth is collaborative. So these 6 are essential elements in communication. If you are working in an organization, it is your duty to bring the best form of communication at your workplace, which you have to give through your words, through your expression. It is said that when we are communicating, we communicate only 10% by words. Then where is 90%? The 90% communication is through body language, through tone, through intonation. So only 10% part of our communication is through words, and 90% is through a combination of body language and intonation. If I speak a word with an angry tone, the meaning will be different. And if I speak the same word with a polite and friendly tone, the meaning will be different. Oh, oh. Same word I have spoken. Oh, oh. Angry tone. Oh. It looks friendly tone. And therefore, remember, we have to focus on our entire communication aspects. We require communication in everyday conversation. When we are talking to people, we require communication. When we are greeting people, we require communication. When we share information, we require communication. So let's come back to these 6 essential elements in professional communication. Is it clear? This is the question. At the end of communication, the meaning should transmit. That can transmit only if it is perfectly clear. There should not be any confusion. If you speak a word and do not use the right word or in right context or in right situation, or the word is ambiguous, there is a possibility that the communication is not clear. So make sure, use simple word, use those words which are used for that particular purpose, use those words for which you are sure the other person carries the same meaning that you carry. Concise. It is important to keep in mind that time is most important resource. Don't kill the time of other people. If you can express something in 5 words, then why to use 50 words? If you can express something in 1 line, why to use 10 lines? So be extremely concise to the point. Complete. Don't give incomplete information. Whatever information you supply should be complete. Then contextual. Keep in mind the context of the other person. Remember, when we are communicating, we have to keep in mind the other person to whom we are talking. If the other person belongs to a particular culture, particular background, particular situation, we have to keep that in our mind. The meaning that we speak or that we want to convey would be different in different context. Therefore, we have to remember, if you are talking about a festival, in Indian context, festival could be Diwali, could be Holi. If you are talking to somebody who is from Europe, the festival could mean New Year, 1st January. Or if you are talking to somebody from a tribal person, tribal belt, festival could mean their particular festival, which could be happening on some other occasion. So context. Every word has to be understood in context in which the other person is related. Then coherent. Different communication should be coherent, closely connected. If I speak 1 line here, in another line I am giving the example of Pakistan, in another line I am giving the example of New Zealand. There are different things. Are they connected? Are these different pieces of information closely related? So that is called coherent. There should be coherence in what we are speaking. The flow of communication should be coherent and collaborative. The purpose of communication is to come together to achieve goal. If I speak to you and I am feeling competitive, I create competitive pressure in your mind, the purpose of communication is defeated. The purpose of communication is to bring better result through collaborative efforts. So what should we do? We should keep in mind the goal. The goal of communication is collaboration, so that people work together and achieve excellence. So these are the purpose for which we are creating communication. Effective communication results in better performance in the organization. People understand the goals. People work together for the goals. People should work as a team through communication. If there is communication and due to that communication people start fighting, people are not able to achieve goals, then we have not achieved the goals of communication. The goal of communication is to bring people together for common organizational goals. After all, every organization is trying to bring synergy. Synergy means, in common parlance we say 2 plus 2 is equal to 5, 2 plus 2 is equal to 20, 2 plus 2 is equal to 22. Mathematically 2 plus 2 is 4, but when people are working together, there is collective output which is more than their individual output. This collective output is called synergy. So when 2 people are working together, their collective output mathematically is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, but it is not so. If people are working together, their collective output is 1 plus 1 is equal to 5, 1 plus 1 is equal to 11. How? It is because people are working as a team and their collective output is more than their individual output. How is it possible? It is possible through communication. Because people are able to communicate with each other, create a better understanding among themselves, work as a team, and they are able to generate greater output in comparison to their individual output. Therefore, the goal of professional communication is to bring greater output, and that can happen if the end result of the communication the ultimate outcome of the communication is collaborative effort. People are able to work together. There is bondage among people. There is greater understanding among people, which can happen through communication. So, effective communication brings about tremendous results, outstanding results, and not only results, greater happiness, which is ultimately the goal of all efforts that we put in. In Indian context, we had a great saint, Kabira. So, Kabira said, I'll speak Hindi lines to speak what Kabira was saying. Kabira said, ऐसी बानी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए औरन को शीतल लगे आपहु शीतल होए. Now I'll translate it in English. Kabira said that when you are communicating, communicate in order to create better understanding. Right? Communicate in order to remove your ego. Communicate in order to become more happy. At the end of the communication, you should become more happier. You should be able to have peace at mind, and you should be able to create a powerful, peaceful and happy relationship with other person. So, Kabira had said it about 500 years back in very beautiful wording. Aisi bani boliye means if you communicate, communicate in such a language, in such a way, so that at the end of the communication you become lighter, you become happier, you become peaceful, and the other person also is in mind, is in line with you, and together you are able to create a better bondage. So, if you want to communicate, communicate in order to create a collaborative work culture, collaborative team. Otherwise, don't communicate. If after the communication you find yourself more angry, after the communication the other party is also more angry, then the net result of communication is negative. It is not communication. Communication is to bring common meaning. Communication, common meaning. If that common meaning is not created, then why communicate? If you communicate, at the end of communication, there should be collaboration. The question is what? Is now clear? What is communication? Through communication, you are able to create a common meaning with somebody with whom you are trying to speak or trying to share an information. Speech is only one means of communication. There are various means of communication. It can be through speech, it can be through report, it can be through oral communication, it can be through pictures. So, communication can take place through words, through pictures, through examples, through reports, through memos. So, what is communication? I hope the meaning is clear. Why do we communicate? In order to bring better understanding, in order to bring better clarity about what we want to do, and ultimately create a collaborative team. So, why do we communicate? So, by communicating, we are able to accelerate our performance. We are able to bring together people for a common purpose. So, why do we communicate? Is it clear? And how do we communicate? We communicate through words, through pictures, through examples, through reports. And remember, even if we are speaking, the words work only 10%. 90% of communication is non-verbal. Therefore, remember, non-verbal communication plays a very important role. Now, you may ask me, what are the elements of non-verbal communication? The most important things are your eyes, your face. This becomes almost 50% of non-verbal communication. So, what are the important elements? Eye to eye contact. If I am talking to you and looking there, then this is not effective communication. If I am talking to you, I have to look at you so that I can understand what's going on in your mind, and you can also ensure that I am giving you 100% attention. So, eye. Similarly, complete face, like smile. If I am speaking to you, I have to keep a smiling posture. Even if I am maintaining an angry posture, this cannot create an effective communication. We have to, yes, we have to create a positive impact. We want you to remain smiling. We want all of us to be happy and to remain happier after the communication. So, why not start feeling now? When I am communicating to you, I have to feel, oh, I am happier. That feeling will go to you through my words, through my body language. So, when we are talking about how do we communicate by smiling, we communicate it by eye contact, we communicate with our body language, with our outfit. If I am a doctor, I am wearing a white coat, having a stethoscope. Before I speak anything, everybody will realize that I am a doctor. My presentation, my outfit will reflect it. What kind of dress I am wearing, what kind of overall look I am going to create. So, my body language is going to communicate. My words will speak later. My dress, my presentation, my outfit will speak before me. So, I have to check, how is my dress communicating? How is my appearance communicating? Isn't it? So, if I have to speak like a salesman, I have to first of all look like a salesman. If I have to play the role of a doctor and speak to my patients, then first of all, I have to look like a doctor so that my patient can have confidence on me that yes, I am actually a doctor. If I have to speak with other person as a counselor, I have to look like a counselor. So, my dress, my appearance, the shirt that I am wearing or the coat that I am wearing, how do these look? All these things play a very important role. The 50% of communication, non-verbal communication, is my face, and in remaining 50%, my dress, my appearance, my body language. Am I standing like this, or am I standing like this? Obviously, I have to look like a relaxed person. I want some output with my team. And what is that output? Happiness. So, I should also look a happy person. I should also look a person who is interested in creating better environment. So, how can I do it? I have to look relaxed. My body language has to be like this. I want to create a collaborative work culture at the end of communication. Therefore, I have to look like that I am willing to collaborate. If I am threatening, how can I be collaborative? I cannot be collaborative. So, in order to create a collaborative work culture, I have to show in my body language, my hand gestures, my facial gesture, my smile, all these things will in sum total create a positive impact on the listener. How can I do that? It's simple. Feel it. If I want you to become happier, I have to first of all feel, yes, I am happier. Then this feeling will transmit to you through my words and through my body language. So let us recap and summarize what we have discussed. Communication is to create common meaning. The purpose of communication is achieved through words, through body language, through smile, through eye contact, through my outfit, my dress, my presentation. And what are our goals? Have a clear communication, concise communication, to the point but complete, concise but complete, contextual, respect culture, be coherent, and ultimately create a collaborative work culture. Thank you everybody. I welcome your questions. If you have any questions, suggestions, ideas or doubts, or you want to share something, you are welcome. You please share them with me. Thank you.